Alright, so today we got something new. I'm going to do a little review on this. Got a genuine Magswitch ground clamp because we really need to replace that. That is getting kind of grody there. So we're going to be replacing it with a new tool. These are a little expensive. They're a lot more expensive than just buying a brand new ground clamp. Same type of ground clamp as that. But they seem pretty handy. And I do weld on pipe fences and stuff often enough that something like this would be super handy. So we're going to go ahead and give this a shot and see how good this works for us. But first, I need to replace the stud or the lug on that wire, so I'm going to have to cut the end of the wire off and replace that, because that's obviously been getting pretty overheated and does not look very good anymore, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. Alright, so we got the ground clamp cut off. We got the insulation stripped back a little bit so that it fits in here real nice. We got some heat shrink here that's all ready to go. So I don't really have the correct punch tool for this. I just have a regular old center punch that I'm going to use on this, and if that doesn't work, I'll use another lug and I'll solder it on, but it should work alright. So for now, we should be set. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Alright, we got the heat shrink on there. I'm going to go ahead and use the heat gun. Heat that up real nice. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and install this on the Magswitch. Alright, so I went ahead and got the Magswitch all set up with the ground wire on it, and seems to hold pretty good. You can twist a little bit, but you can pull pretty hard and it's not going to come off. This isn't particularly thick metal. This is a 10 gauge. And it's holding on there pretty good. Time will tell exactly how well it works, but today at least I am going to be doing some welds, and you can see I've been welding up the inside here. That weld right there, I had a bunch of porosity show up out of nowhere, so I got to go ahead and fix that weld. But the whole inside of this thing's been getting welded out. Got most of it done. Need to go ahead and finish this side over here. Got it all marked out and ready to weld. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we'll see how well this mag weld works. I should get Magswitch works. I should be getting a lot better ground than I was with that old ground clamp that came with my machine. Was not a very good ground clamp. Just one of those stamp metal ground clamps as you saw earlier, but I'm hoping that it'll work a little bit better with this, and this will be a little bit more useful. I can use it on pipe, stuff like that, so it'll be pretty handy. So some people might want to know why I would spend I think it was $53, $54 on a Magswitch rather than one of the clones that you can get out there, because the clones are about $20 cheaper they're all made in China. So what's the difference? Well, I really don't know, but I know that Magswitch has been around for a long time. They're a pretty respected company. They make a lot of good tools, so not particularly fond of the fact that this thing is made in China, but it might still be worth it. All the ground clamps seem to be made in China anyways, all the ones that I was able to find. And it's only about $30 more expensive than a good ground clamp is. And it's a little more useful because I'll be able to use it, like I said, on pipe. It's better than a regular magnet because a regular magnet's just going to get covered in metal dust. Whereas this one, you know, you can just turn it off and be able to wipe off that metal dust, get it clean again. So should be pretty useful. Alright, so I'm going to do some welds, and I'm going to leave the magnet just like that. I'm going to see how well it holds on after it heats up a little bit. It's not perfectly clean steel, so we'll see how good it does after I've done some of these welds. And I'm running these welds kind of hot. I'm not running them at with low settings, low voltage, low wire speed. I'm running them kind of hot, so we'll see how good this Magswitch does. Now it is rated for 300 amps, and this is only a 200 amp machine, but sometimes things get overrated, so we'll see if this one's one of the overrated tools or not. Alright, it's been half an hour or so, and I've got all the other welds done except for the ones in the middle, because I have to stop and mark those out, and I wanted to check this before I stopped and let it cool off too much. I just now quit. The MIG gun is actually too hot to hold in my hands without gloves on right now, so it's running up there. Let's check out the Magswitch. Let's see how hot this is. And it's pretty warm. I wouldn't be able to pick it up and manhandle it without gloves on, but it's a lot better than that old ground clamp was. And it's still hanging on real tight. I mean, I'm pulling down pretty good on that. I'm not going to yank with a lot of force, but pulling down pretty good on this, and it's staying on there, not moving around. So that's pretty good. I can't say that I notice a huge difference between that and having just a regular good ground clamp. There is a difference between that and my old ground clamp because the old one was so nasty and burnt up and corroded. Wasn't getting a good connection with that. You guys can see inside there, it's actually kind of burning up inside, so definitely wasn't getting a good connection with that ground clamp there. So wire's all corroded. This insulation here is so hard that it just breaks off. So this seems to be a significant upgrade. I can't tell yet. This is just a short-term review. I might do another long-term review after I've had it for a year or so and check back in and see how good it is then. If you're wondering what my settings were, there's my settings. So those of you that are better at math than I am, you can figure out what the amperage is from that wire speed and voltage there. So tell me what my amperage is, if that wire speed number can be believed, which is probably not really all that accurate, but it'd be close enough to get a pretty good guess on what kind of amperage I'm running at right now. But yeah, we're laying down some pretty decent welds here, and Magswitch is holding up to the heat so far. Ambient temperature today is about 93 degrees out here, I think. So I think we might be on to a good little upgrade for the welder there.